yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to John Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To John Ross.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Los Angeles.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught.
Herbert's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Herbert throwing again. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
14.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Herbert. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down, Bridgewater. To Jefferson on the slant. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Complete. Jefferson the target. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Over the middle to Smith. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Vikings.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we fly east to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. A touchdown pass there for Derek Carr. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Zach Pascal, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this carries into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies and try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
On first down, Justin Herbert. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 50, here's Herbert. The left side completion to Jones. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Number 88. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
Herbert back to the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Bridgewater. short throw to Smith. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Smith Jr. That's a gain of 7. Brings
out of the gun, Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they could make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Second and 11 now. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he finds Gronk.
Herbert's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Gain of 4. And it's third down.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, it's Herbert. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. Now Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Herbert.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defense offense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
17. Vikings 10.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down at the
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
3rd and 8.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down.
Sometimes
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
To number 89.
From a yard out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
But now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Good.
They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Number 33.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Randy Gregory on the stop.
Bridgewater to throw it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. A run there with Cook on 1st down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. That'll be complete to Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And his kick here is good. And they will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. brings up second and...
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Herbert's pass complete to number 88. A gain of...
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bridgewater now. And that's It's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Incomplete. Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
The Vikings send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by DJ Reed. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run for it with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good job there defensively to push him back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Bridgewater. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. Mack Wilson providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Vikings 16.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Herbert. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Third down.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
First down, Bridgewater. Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Bridgewater now from the 50. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith.
Bridgewater's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing. Bridgewater. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Minnesota Vikings.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And again, it's Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
yards to go.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Justin Jefferson.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. and this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
24. Vikings 19.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And it's
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
Well, they weren't able to make anything.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
complete to Dalvin.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and...
To throw is Bridgewater. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air again with Bridgewater. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Bridgewater again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And 6.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Chargers 24, Vikings 22.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call him your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones.
Ronald Jones.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Upon a 46, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
You met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running strike.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Randy Gregory. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Third and long for Young. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The 30-yard line.
Young.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Cook. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier, tackled at the 25-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down, Chargers.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Down at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Herbert now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. Following the interception, Young. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.